Welcome everyone. You're joining us in the middle of this sequence, just some warm-up poses, and then we go into some heavy standing poses to pull apart the pelvis joints. We use the friction of the feet on the mats and some intelligent cues as far as pushing or pulling or squeezing the heel in, or various different instructions for the hip to pull the femur off of the pelvis joint, to pull the two pelvis halves apart. And we use the hamstrings, the hip flexors, the deep lateral rotators to accomplish this. These are muscle groups. Then some active stretches, which are basically standing poses where we hold the leg up, will help create space around the hip socket. The name of the game is create more space. The seated poses, we're cautious not to overstretch. It's easy to overstretch in seated poses. It really comes down to intelligent cues and slow, steady breathing, so not to over-engage the adrenals, and be more aware of how much space in the hip socket we are creating. This creates space for back bends. As the femur can pull back to the back of the hip socket, we get more hip opening, twisting poses, hip twists, and ultimately it's very useful for back bending. Almost every sequence has inversions. Twists are essential. Supine twists are especially good. That's laying on your back. And the back bends are essential for putting pressure on the heart and the chest cavity and increasing blood pressure temporarily, and then a steady inversion like a shoulder stand to pull blood back to the heart and the brain, which makes for a very tranquil closing yoga practice. So it's all about get the most benefit for the final meditation, for the final resting pose, so you can achieve yoga. Thanks for watching.